Hey Aquarius, welcome to your love and romance reading for May 2021. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are sick and tired of love readings, you came to the right channel. You just clicked on the wrong video. Every week I do readings for all the zodiac signs outside of love and romance. And once a month I do a love reading, and that's what this is here. This is the love reading. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is happening in love for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Let's get right on into it, my dears. All right, so first up, we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be a burning of bridges. Okay, so many of you might be in a situation or relationship or situation where you're kind of breaking away from something karmic or breaking away from people or situations who've been negatively affecting your love life or holding you back or creating conflict in a relationship. Five of Swords can also be little kind of situations that blow up and turn into a big deal. Okay, so it might be a situation here where you're in a relationship and you can't figure out why little things turn into really big fights, and it's because you're not really arguing about what you're arguing about. There's something deeper underneath it. So I'll give you an example, right? Like there's like one bottle of water left, and your partner or you know, one of you drinks the bottle of water, and the other one is really upset and just starts yelling and like goes off, and it becomes a big huge argument over, you know, you drank that bottle of water. And they're like, well, it's not a big deal, I'll go get more water, right? Like it's not a big deal, I'll go get more water. But it's the fact that like that person feels you didn't think about me. You never think about me, right? Like you never think about how I feel. You never think about what I need. It's not about the water, it's about the thought. So it could be little things that are becoming a big deal, and like you start fighting about the little thing. And so it's kind of like, why are you making a big deal out of little things? So it might be time to address the deeper issues, right? Like I just kind of feel like you don't think about my feelings, right? I don't feel like you think about me. And so when little things like that happen, it just makes me feel that way even more, right? So it could be a good time to have some deeper conversations. Five of Swords can also be a situation where you're being triggered. And unfortunately, sometimes it could be intentionally, right? Like somebody knows that you feel worried that people are going to think that you're guilty, selfish, or people are going to think that you're greedy or something. So they may say things or do things to make you feel like you're being selfish or greedy so that they can get you to do what they want you to do. Like they just kind of know how to push your buttons to get you to, you know, do the things they want you to do. So if you find yourself being triggered, instead of blowing up, instead of reacting, or instead of feeling bad and giving in, this could be a good time for you to take a step aside and journal. You know, like about what got you triggered. You know, what happened? Who was involved? What did they say? What did they do? How did it make you feel? Who else in your life before that has made you feel that way before? Why do you think they did that? What might their reasons be to try to make you feel that way or put you through that? Write out forgiveness to that person. Forgive them. Release them. Write out forgiveness to yourself. And then write out how you're choosing to see yourself and to feel about yourself and to feel about the situation instead moving forward. So if you can do that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to like deprogram those triggers. So the next time, even if somebody's trying to push that button on purpose, they can, you know, push and push and push, but nothing's going to happen because it's not active anymore. It's been deactivated. So this could be a good month for you to work through any kind of triggers in that way. Your next card here, Aquarius, is the Magician. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, or maybe you have a Gemini placement, because if I'm not mistaken, Aquarius came up in Gemini's reading as well. They had the star come up in theirs. Could be Virgo energy with the Magician as well, because there's a Virgo aspect to the Magician. And here with the Magician, this is generally going to be manifesting, creating. So as you're getting rid of the triggers, as you're burning the bridges from the toxic things, many of you are manifesting a significant soulmate, a significant relationship. The major arcana cards come up when we're coming into a new chapter in our life. We're coming into a significant shift, a significant crossroads. And so Magician can be a lot of manifesting energy. So sometimes we will see a lot of confirmations when we're in that energy. We may see repeating numbers like 11, 11, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, or you might see a specific number a lot. That can be one of the signs that we receive. But overall, so far, Aquarius, this energy is saying out with the old and with the new. And so maybe some of you are finishing up business with a Gemini or a Virgo that's been blocking you to be able to have a new relationship, or the kind of soulmate that you're searching for or wanting to have in your life. Your next card here is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, again, out with the old and with the new energy here. So with the Page of Pentacles, typically, traditionally in tarot, the pages can be like messages or news coming your way, or they can be children. All right, so maybe you had a situation where children were affecting your love life. Maybe you felt like the person you were dating with wasn't meshing well with your kids or with the way you wanted the kids raised. Maybe you wanted kids and they didn't, or vice versa. There could have been an issue of children, and so you may be manifesting now what you want instead, right? You may be manifesting now what you weren't getting out of that old relationship that you might be kind of finishing up or closing out. Page of Pentacles can also indicate here like you're putting your attention, your time, your energy into something new, something that's going to give you more of a payout. Okay, so Aquarius, this is a love reading, and I don't really have any cups coming up so far. And so I feel like many of you are looking at love and relationships in a very logical way, right? Like, is this going to be worth my time? What am I having to give? What am I getting back? You might be looking at it from a very logical standpoint and not necessarily from a love standpoint, or like, I'm hearing that song. Who is it by? Who is it by? You guys have to let me know in the comments. I'm sure it's been remade 1,000 times, but it's that song, Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough. There's a danger in loving somebody too much. It's sad when you know it's your heart you can't trust. Sometimes love just ain't enough. Aquarius, I just kind of feel like some of you are in that energy. You're like, well, I've been there before. I've, loved really hard and I got burnt. And so I'm trying to think reasonably here. I'm trying to think logically here. You might be in that space. And so you're looking at the relationship as like a transaction. And I get that. I understand that, right? You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to get burned. The one caution I want to give you is that if there is someone you're dealing with in May that you think might be a good catch, the issue and the problem here is they might kind of feel, or they might kind of see this as like you're treating it as like a business transaction, or you're treating it as like a kind of like a cold kind of way, like your heart's not into it. So they might kind of have suspicions here. They might kind of feel like you're what are you playing at? What are you getting at here? What are you trying to do? What's your end game? So just a word of caution here. for you, Aquarius, is that the person you're dealing with, candle went out. That's a lot of smoke. That's a lot of smoke for a little tea light. So that's like confirmation for me right there. You're gonna have to kind of bring in some softness here. You know, if you don't want to lose this person, or if you don't want to scare them off, because they might be looking at this as like, you know, like you're roping them in some kind of way. Okay, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing, so don't get mad at me. Don't be like, Amethyst, you're mean to Aquarius, and you're judgmental, and you're stupid, and you don't know the zodiac signs, and Aquarius is this. And I'm not saying that you're a cold person. I'm just saying in this instance, this is how it's coming off for some of you. And if it doesn't resonate, great, no reason to get upset. Okay, but I just have to tell you what I'm seeing in the cards and what I'm feeling in the energy, and just something to, look out for, so that maybe you can have a better outcome in a situation. The next card here is the 10 of Cups, right? So there's fulfillment. Now we have the cups. Now we have the cups. So some of you are kind of being guarded here until you're sure, right? And then there could be that fulfillment coming in. But that's the warning. If you want to get to the 10 of Cups, let there be some emotion in here. Let there be some magic. Let there be some passion. Okay? The 10 of Cups is going to indicate inner peace as well. I know that traditionally in love readings, 10 of Cups is like marriage, kids, happy home life, but it's also inner peace. Fulfillment in all areas, in all aspects of your life. So for some of you, you're manifesting that sense of like a family unit, kids, marriage, financial abundance, all that good stuff. And you're like, well, once I'm sure and once it's moving forward, then I'm going to invest my heart, right? So just know, for some of you, it might be a good idea to try to bring in that cup energy a little bit earlier into the dynamic. Your next card here is the Knight of Wands, right? And Knight of Wands can be ultimatums. Nine of Wands can be very fast moving energy. Okay, I do feel, Aquarius, some of you are in a situation where this is interesting. This is really, really interesting. Now, typically for me, the Knight of Wands is going to be somebody coming in and out of your life. But I feel like some of you are in a situation where you maybe kind of tried to burn a bridge with somebody and you moved on. And now this person wants to move forward with you. This person wants to, like, marry you, move in together, raise kids together, the whole 9 yards, so to speak. And I feel something about it. I feel like you're in this Knight of Wands energy where you're tempted to go back around to this Five of Swords and be like, in your face, somebody else wants me, you jerk, but I also feel like there's this part of you that's like kind of testing the waters. Like, this is your last chance. This is your last chance. Going once, going twice. I'm going to go be with this other person. If you find yourself in that situation and you feel this person is rejecting you and you're hurt by it, you're like, how come this person didn't want me, right? How can this person just see me with this other relationship about to settle down, and they're not getting up and they're not fighting for me? They're not like, hey, Aquarius, how come you don't, want to be with me? How come you're moving on? No, I'm not going to let you go. I feel this person is under the impression that you didn't have your heart in it, or you didn't care about them, right? So if you really, really, really want this person back and you don't want the new relationship that's coming in, then you need to maybe pray about it, meditate about it, on how you can express to this person that you do have feelings, that you do care, that you do love them. Because I think this person's looking for love. And I think this person's looking for, like, more nurturing energy, and maybe they feel like they weren't getting that, or they felt like you were looking at this as like, well, what's in this for me, and what are you going to do to prove yourself to me? And they kind of maybe felt a little bit neglected in that process, right? Now, some of you are like, well, I don't have time for that. If they're going to get all butthurt, if they're going to be all neglected, I'm going to go for the new energy, right? And that's fine. But I'm just letting you know, those of you who are, there's just someone you're not sure if you want to close the door on just yet, I feel that's what they're looking for. I feel like they kind of feel like maybe you didn't care, or your heart wasn't in it. Um, those of you who are wanting to go and like rub it in this person's face, I'm just getting don't, don't. You don't want to bring that karma into the equation. You just go be happy, Aquarius. You just go be happy. Because this 10 of Cups, whatever's coming in, this is everything you've been asking for. It's here. So leave the past alone, in my opinion, and let yourself be happy with what you've manifested with those 10 cups, that full house that you've brought in. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And I know love is, love readings are fun to watch. I know love is a important part of the human experience. We all need it. We all want it. But don't forget about the other areas of your life as well. And be sure to watch the weekly forecasts too. Thanks for watching, my dears. Bye.